Okay, so we're back. ToonStyle. I'm Jim.
Diana.
And we wanted to make another video about the Avengers Infinity War where we gave away some spoilers. I bet there's some of you who are like a little excited to watch it, but maybe you're waiting for it to come out, you know, streaming or whatever kind of downloadable format. I would go see this movie in the theater.
I agree. We saw it in 3D, which actually, maybe I'm just not into 3D. It gives me a headache a little bit. But I thought that it enhanced some scenes, but maybe not as much as I would have hoped overall. So I probably would skip the 3D.
Yeah, I thought 3D for this was definitely good, and it didn't make me feel off or nauseous or anything. And there was a few scenes that were cool. There was a nice scene of War Machine flying around, dropping missiles and bombs on things.
I like seeing Spider-Man kind of like swinging around. Yeah, that's
There's
my
certain
favorite,
characters that really lend themselves to the 3D aspect.
Yeah.
Really well. There was a cool little cute thing near the end. Doctor Strange kind of did a magic spell and like cartoon, like, what was it, birds or whatever, flew into Thanos. We're going to spoil more than that, but that was a cute little thing, and it worked a lot better in 3D, I think, than it will look in 2D, where it's going to look kind of like those old Disney movies like Mary Poppins, where they blended the 2D art with the, you know, live action actors. Yeah,
so if you love 3D, like, go see it in 3D. If you are kind of on the fence about it and you wouldn't typically see something in 3D, I don't think it would take away from it. So
go see it though; it's very good.
Definitely.
See this in the theater. This is a big screen movie. This is not a wait and see it on my 40-inch TV movie.
No, so much action.
Yeah, so much. Yeah. So how is it? Let's give away a little bit at the beginning. How does it start?
Should I be the one to do this because I don't know any of the characters?
That's fine. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. All right. So the movie,
Thor.
Yeah, exactly. So the movie picks up right out of Thor Ragnarok, and Thor's spaceship is there, and Thanos is on it, and he's, just basically going to kill everyone. And he wants. Do you remember at the end in Thor Ragnarok, on the way off of Asgard, Loki grabs this holocron cube thing, whatever, and one of the Infinity Stones is in there, we learn. And so Thanos is there, he wants the Infinity Stones. So, see you later, Loki. Tom Hiddleston doesn't make it.
Dead.
Jerry Bong, yeah. So then Thor is there, and he can't really save him. He's not being very Thor-like. He's not very powerful at this point. Hulk tries to stop him. They don't succeed too well. Hulk gets sent back to Earth, kind of like suspend disbelief. They use the Bifrost thing to send him back. We think Thor is dead too.
Right.
And then, who do we jump to? Iron Man. I'm pretty sure. And I thought Iron Man was kind of going to be the focus of this movie. I don't know why. It just felt...
Yeah, he's really not in it all that much.
It wasn't the Iron Man show. If you don't love Iron Man, then you'll probably even like it more than you would have thought. He's in it his fair share, but he's like missing for whole half hour, 45-minute chunks of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, probably was it like the Guardians of the Galaxy characters and Thanos were like probably the most.
Yeah, Thanos is like.
Well, I mean,
driving
he's like the main
whole.
villain.
Yeah, it's like he's popping. He just like kind of warped through reality as much as he wants for a lot of the movie, so he's popping in and out. So then you got Tony. He's going to go see Doctor Strange, and then a spaceship shows up, and then Spider-Man gets involved, and so they start to like fork off on these like sub-quests and these sub-teams. So you got Tony, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man together for a lot of the movie. Guardians of the Galaxy get involved. They find Thor.
Yep.
And then Thor groups up with Rocket and Groot, and that was my favorite, like, kind of sub-team that they put together.
I like them. They were pretty cute.
Yeah.
It was like a good mix of, like, action and kind of, like, humor.
Yeah, I thought Thor was, like, the right mix in this movie, where there were certain characters who were very serious, and then there were other characters who were, like, really jokey, and Thor was kind of, like, cutting it right down the middle. If you like Thor, I think you'll really like Thor's role in this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
And see what else. So then the other part of the Guardians of the Galaxy go on another quest, and since Gamora is Thanos' daughter, or like adopted daughter, like she has a bigger part in this movie than she probably would have if it was just like a random kind of team adventure. So she has a big role, and that team kind of is driving the plot a lot, like Deanna just said.
Yeah.
Let's see who's left. So then, and Hulk goes to Earth, but he's Bruce Banner, and he's back in control of himself. And actually, like, he was kind of comic relief for a lot of the movie too.
He spent most of the movie looking constipated.
Yeah, he's like trying to transform, but he can't quite do it. He keeps trying to transform and can't quite do it. But I don't know, it kept him, it kept him involved.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. Let's see.
He was cute.
Yeah, who else?
Then we got Captain America.
Yeah, so Captain America takes a while.
His real name is
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers, which when they were talking about Steve Rogers, I was like, who the hell is Steve Rogers?
That's okay.
Probably should have asked that.
It's okay. And that's the point. You can come in and join in for this movie if you haven't seen like the other 55 whatever Marvel
it's like very kind
movies.
Of, you might be slightly confused at certain parts as I was, but it's like a good self-contained story. Like it's just a bunch of people kind of throwing each other around, and you have some people that like, of course, like Spider-Man or
you're gonna know your favorites and you're gonna learn about some new characters. I think that's a lot of like the chess game of like putting the pieces in place. Like, are you like an older Marvel fan? Did you grow up watching the Hulk show in the 70s? Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
You got Hulk here, and you got his new friend. I don't know, Doctor Strange. It's kind of his friend for a little while. Hulk gets to use one of the Iron Man suits. That was kind of cool because he can't transform. They're like, all right, you're like a 7X PhD, like, go around in this mech suit and wreck stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? So yeah, the Captain America gets involved, and then the Black Panther comes in near the end, which, like, that to me, that whole, like, sequence in Wakanda, what movie did that remind you of?
Definitely Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
Yeah. So Thanos is, like, trying to get all the Infinity Stones. It's pretty clear he's coming back to Earth, and they're like, well, we need to have a place for a last stand. Where's a good place for that? Okay, let's go to, like, let's go to Wakanda with its, like, special, like, force field dome and, like, have a last stand there. And we got all of our superheroes all lined up on the field.
Very epic battle.
Yeah, all ready to, like, mash through infinite armies of alien soldiers. One thing I did think was a little rough about this movie was all these, like, villain henchmen, not those, like, random alien ones, but all the ones that, like, had reoccurring parts. They were, like, chasing after these Infinity Stones. They were, like, near invincible.
Yeah.
It took, like, 7 superheroes to take down one of these, like, crappy guys who barely had a name.
I was annoyed by that,
And then they, like, stole Voldemort's costume and threw that on an important guy. And then Tony and Spider-Man take him out. If you were watching this and hoping there was no spoilers, there are spoilers. And we won't ruin it a lot for you. We're not giving away the ending. I think just watching the trailer, you could kind of foresee a lot of this happening. Like I said, it follows the comic books.
Yeah, I mean, I think that maybe up until the end, like, any spoilers are just like...
Yeah, there is an amazing
twist
ending
at the end. Yeah, it's real good.
I'm pretty sure it follows the comics, but that's fine. But if you don't know those, there's an amazing, like, cliffhanger-y type ending.
Lots of audience roaring.
People in our audience were raging. Like, they were mad. You can't do this, Marvel. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But they did it, and it's fine. It's their movies. I loved it. It's fine. We know there's another part of the Infinity War coming. We know there's more Marvel movies coming. If you see the movie and you're stressed out, just take a deep breath.
Yeah.
It was great. Come on.
I agree. Yeah. And
if it's not the most happy, cheery ending in all of Marvel movie history, I think it's fine. Come on, every other
it's very dramatic.
Movie, every other movie has ended with, like, let's lock up the bad guy and throw him in jail, or, like, the bad guy, like, killed himself, like, trying to blow up the world.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine that it's a little edgy of an ending.
Yeah, I totally agree. I really liked it.
Who's your favorite actor or actress? Who do you think gave the best performance?
Oh, interesting question. I can tell you who my least favorite is.
Oh, please.
Whatever Olsen was in that movie,
Which Olsen?
The Fire Hands lady.
Fire Hands lady?
You know?
Oh, Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Wanda.
I hate her.
Not your favorite. All right.
She's the worst.
I think I agree. Like for acting wise, not the highlight of the movie.
I think I liked
her powers were like off the charts. Like
Yeah.
she's one of the most powerful characters in the universe.
But she's
is what
so-
they're setting
yeah.
up here.
She like falls very flat to me though.
Yeah, on the acting front, I would maybe agree.
I think I liked the, like I said, I liked the Wakandan kind of subplot.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I don't know. There's just something about all those characters that are like badass.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I said before, I think Thor was my favorite, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, he was good.
He got some jokes in, like plenty of jokes. He's like, doesn't understand like who these Guardians of the Galaxy are. He keeps calling Rocket a rabbit. Yeah, it's funny. But then he's really serious too. And a little bit of a spoiler near the end of the movie, when Thor needs to go to this planet and reforge his axe. Well, he lost Mjolnir in Thor Ragnarok. That's like, you think Thor, you're like, Thor's got the hammer. No, he's got no hammer. He's got an eye patch. They kind of restore him. Rocket gives him a little eye. It's cute. He needs to go and reforge like a fucking weapon of the gods, right? So he goes to this like dwarven forging planet, and who's there? Peter Dinklage, and he's gonna help him forge this axe. It's called Stormbreaker. It's like, you know, and he goes there, and I didn't really understand it at first. He's like, we need to go and forge a Thanos killing weapon, and I was like, okay. And then you see it, and it's like, it's legit. Like this was a great part, and yeah, he mixed some jokes in, but he's serious. I like Chris Pratt too.
I like Chris Pratt too.
He was making a lot of great jokes, but he took some stuff seriously too. I think I said before, did not care for Drax, played by Dave Bautista. I don't know. I don't think that was. They just didn't have, enough good parts to go around, and I think he probably was like, yeah, sure, give me a lot of like silly jokes. And he has 10 other lines.
He could have easily disappeared and it would have been just as good.
Pretty much.
Sorry, Dave Bautista.
Sorry. Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
it's not your fault.
He's big and strong, but they didn't really give him a chance to do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely recommend seeing this.
Yeah, as a Marvel non-devotee or whatever you would call yourself, I would still recommend it.
Yeah, and I've seen almost all the Marvel movies, and I'd recommend it. So I think it's a solid thing. I think we're going to see it doing some pretty serious box office damage here. Check it out. All right, ToonStyle endorsed. We really loved it. Tell us what you think in the comments. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. Take it easy. Have a good night.
See you later.